Good morning, children. Myself name P.S. Tiwari from LP Savani Vidya Bhavan. We will continue with the subject OC, Organization of Commerce. Let's start. Yes, children, our current chapter is directing. In last video, we have discussed introduction, meaning and characteristic for directing. Today, we'll continue with the importance, element of directing, that is supervision and function of supervision. Let's get started. So the importance of directing, the efficiency of employee in business depend on direction. Achievement of business objectives is possible by motivating employees, by supervising their work, and by providing proper guidance to them. Among all other managerial functions, direction has significant role. So some are the important role for the directing which we will discuss in importance. First one, increasing efficiency. A business organization becomes efficient only when proper direction regarding departmental function is given to the employee. Direction clarifies function of the employee, authority and responsibility. It boosts their efficiency. See, with the help of direction, you can guide to your employee and it will help them for doing the work. It will boost their efficiency. Second one, assessment of efficiency. Assessment of employee work is done through direction. Their evaluation of performance is done through direction. Assessment and evaluation of the matters like whether the employee have done work as per direction or not, how much work is completed, how much efficiency is increased, etc. can be done through assessment. Assessment, that means evaluation, examine. With the help of examination of the efficiency, you can observe that whether the work are doing according to the plan or not, the work completed as per the expectation or not. Then third one, motivation to employee. Through direction, employee can be made aware about proper method, rules, policy or business. The work related problem can be solved with motivate them for doing the work. We have to motivate them. First of all, we make them understand method, which method is useful. Second, rules and regulation of the company, policy of the company, etc. At the same stage, you can motivate to the employee. Yes, good going. Yeah, you are doing well. Yeah, your previous month performance was less effective as compared with current situation. You are doing good as compared with your friend. Plus many kind of motivation you can give to your employee. Excellent, fabulous, etc. Word is motivating to them to increase their efficiency and keep better in the task. The fourth one is effective planning. All the function of business cannot be planned by one person. A planner can chalk out a plan by collecting necessary information through the subordinates. So, directing, effective plan. For effective planning, what you have to do is you have to collect the information from your subordinate. Which kind of information you will collect? Past performance base. On that basis, you can direct to your employee. Yeah, previously we are doing in that particular method. Right now we are implementing this one for updation, etc. So effectively plan can be achieved with the help of direction. Then the fifth one, effective organization. Due to direction, every employee become aware about his authority and responsibility. Therefore, orders and instruction given by the boss are followed properly, which makes entire organization effective. Fine. In the direction way, the topmost authority, the boss, whatever instruction they are giving to us, we are stuck with the same. For the effective organization, the flow of upper to middle, middle to lower must for directing. Then sixth one, coordination and cooperation. Coordination among employees can be maintained by direction. Employees' personal interest is integrated with the main objective of the business. The leader providing direction coordinates the function of the employees. So here what are the things can take place? Coordination and cooperation with the employee. When you are providing the direction to them, you have to cooperate with them, coordinate with them. Then only it will be integrated with the main objective of the business. The personal interest is integrated with the main objective of the business, because the leader providing the direction for the coordination of the function of the employee. Seventh one, function of control. Direction reduces the chance of work related mistake and error. Therefore, it becomes easy to get the work from employees as per the decided target. Thus, it makes controlling function easy. With the help of direction, you will look after not to repeat the mistake and error, which will be useful for the controlling function. The eighth one, increase in enthusiasm. Due to direction, there is a change in attitude of employee towards the work. अगर मुझे कोई गाइड कर रहा है, then I am feeling comfortable to do the work. So it will change the attitude of the employee towards the work. Their interest in work increases. They can bring solution. If any hurdle is created as a result, there is a continuity in work which boosts up employees' enthusiasm. They are used to with the same. In case they can find out any kind of hurdle, they are ready to solve the same, remove that hurdle and continue the work. It will boost their energy. Then ninth one, finding out deviation. Through direction, it can be supervised that whether functions are done as per the decided standard or not. So, the undesirable deviation can be regulated in the initial stage only. By taking effective steps, deviation can be controlled. At the time of directing to our employee, we can find out any kind of deviation, undesirable deviation. At the initial stage, we can take the step and we can control the deviation. We can remove the deviation. Fine. So directing can also find out the deviation. Here, elements of directing. Elements of directing are supervision, motivation, leadership and communication. Once again repeating the element of directing: supervision, motivation, leadership and communication. Children, your leadership and communication, according to the current situation, it is omitted from your board syllabus. Leadership and communication from 6th chapter directing, this is omitted. So we'll not continue with the leadership and communication. We'll continue with the supervision and motivation, which is important according to the board examination, even for the 5 marks. So let's get started for the supervision phase. Supervision, introduction part. To supervise the work done by the worker is supervision. We are observing the work of the worker is called supervision. Supervision function is mostly related with the internal working of the business. Supervision function is required more at the bottom level of the management. The one who does the observation of the work done by the workers and foremen is called supervisor. The person who observes the work of worker and foreman, he is called supervisor because he supervises the work of worker. Supervisor is responsible for the work of worker and foreman because he is observing, so he is responsible. He is the key person between the middle level management and the worker. Supervisor is the key person between the middle level management and the worker. Supervision means to get the assurance that, what is meant by supervision? Means to get assurance that subordinates have implemented the work given to them as per order and instruction or not. Supervisor will report to the middleman, that means to the manager, yeah, work are going according to the plan or not, according to the order and instruction or not. And to get the assurance of maximum utilization of human and physical resource for the achievement of business objective. And plus, supervisor will assure that the maximally they are utilizing the human efforts, the physical resources or not for the achievement of business objectives. The meaning of supervision: in simple terms, supervision means to supervise the function of employee. Supervision means to supervise, to observe the function of employee. In the words of R.C. Davis, supervision is the function of assuring that the work is being done in accordance with the plan and instruction. So, supervision is the function which assures that the work is done according to the plan or instruction. Function of supervision. This is the last topic for today's video. Function of supervision. To plan the function and to remove the hurdles, to provide necessary guidance and direction to complete the work on time, to supervise the employee constantly to save time and labor. See, first one, to plan the function and to remove hurdle. First of all, we have to plan the function, and whatever hurdles comes in between, we have to remove the same, because we are observing the same. Second one, to provide necessary guidance and direction to complete the work on time. Will provide the necessary guidance, direct to employee for completion of the work on time. Third one, to supervise the employee constantly to save time and labor. Will observe our employee constantly, supervise them constantly, because it saves our time and plus labor. Fourth one, supervisor does the function of integration of employees' personal interest with the interest of productivity of the business. Supervisor will function the integration of employee. They'll interact with the personal interest of the employee with the interest of the productivity of the business. Correlate the personal interest with the business interest. Then fifth one, to motivate and encourage the employee to increase their efficiency. Supervision, we have to motivate and encourage our employee for increasing their efficiency. Sixth one, to maintain feeling of oneness among the employee. To create the feeling of unity among our employee. We are one, we are group, we are working for the organization. So create the oneness among the employee. Seventh one, to make communication work faster. With the help of supervision, we can communicate faster. Eighth one, to give guidance regarding use of new technology introduced in the business. Will provide the guidance how to use the new technology, how to use the updated technology in the business. Because we are supervising them. So but obvious, in case we are installing new technology, we'll introduce the same to our employee, which will be useful for our business. Ninth one, to maintain discipline among employees. We have to look after the disciplinary part too. We are reflecting policy, rules, method through them. The but obvious will focus for the discipline also. 10th one, supervisor does not keep control but provide training. The negative aspects, supervisor controls employee. No, this is the negative aspect. Exactly what supervisor has to do, they are guiding to the employee. This is the one of the positive aspects. They provide training to the employee, which helpful for them for getting more experience. Second thing, it is beneficiary for the business also, for give more productivity. So supervisor does not controlling them, they are providing training to them. Last one, supervisor is a friend, philosopher and guide for employee. This will come for 1 marks, huh? Not in second term exam, but yeah, in your board exam also. Supervisor is considered as a friend, as a philosopher, as a guide for the employee. Fine. So today we have covered importance, elements of directing, supervision. In next video, we'll continue with the motivation. By the time, thank you for the day, children. Bye-bye.